Hey, everybody. Happy Friday night. I apologize for being a little bit off schedule tonight. I thought I was going to be on a little bit earlier, but we were having a little cleaning party upstairs. So, pardon the pink um, countenance and looking like I'm sweating because I am. And I am hanging out here. I'm going to be bringing some friends on. So, you may know a few of these miscreants who are not going to behave tonight. Um,
Who, me?
yeah. Are you gonna behave or misbehave? What are you gonna do?
Oh, I'm planning wine later on my wall, but for now I'm still with it. Jazzy is demanding her brush, so
Uh-huh. Cool. How's that going?
she's very, very purry.
She is very furry. Oh, look at that.
Okay.
My cats are not forgiving me. I see Irene trying to get on, but I don't see Irene on the camera here. So, guys, we are gonna get into trouble here tonight. Um,
We are definitely getting into trouble. There's no two ways around that.
yep, we might be, pulling some oracle cards and hanging and doing all the things. So just remember, y'all, if you're hopping on with me on this, it is a live stream. We are live in Women's Entrepreneur Network. We are on the page. And we are fully here. So I'm going to add Irene, but I don't think you can see her. Hey, Irene.
Hey,
How you doing?
trying to finish up a few things on my end for you. So it's
Hey,
Friday.
Susan.
It's Happy October. That's all I can tell everybody. Happy October.
It's
My
spooky
favorite time of year. I love this time of year.
It's spooky season. The spiders are out making webs everywhere. I was out with my kid today and we were up on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and the colors are starting to play up at the tops of the mountains in the higher altitudes. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut everybody off. You said October and I'm just super thrilled.
It is super exciting. Yeah. And if y'all are on, turn on your camera or I'm gonna hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm excited. It's October 1st. Pumpkins.
Lanterns, lanterns, lanterns,
Lots of
lanterns.
lanterns.
Apple things. All the apple things.
Cinnamon coffee. Ooh.
That's a lot of fun.
My kiddos told me they and their fiance set a date for the wedding for next year. And so we're all into magical fun things. I don't know if I can't tell you the date, but the date and the time all lined up when they said, what about this date on this Saturday? So it was just really cool. I forgot they haven't actually announced this yet.
And are they going for a big wedding, a small wedding?
It's probably 30 to 50 people. There's a family friend, cousin, somebody or other that's got property up here that's got a stone wooded, just almost chapel type building with the stone walls and the big fireplace and the big open beams. And then there's the whole idea of the bonfire outside and
that's pretty
fall
cool.
weddings. And so, yeah.
I like it. Yeah. So y'all tell us what you're up to this weekend and what's up in your world. We just had we're excited. We have a foreign exchange student who's come to live with us for the rest of the school year. And the reason I'm all red is that we were cleaning her room because she got Ivan's room. And as I'm sure you can imagine, it is crazy. And Patty, you're going to need to mute yourself you're going to have to mute the desktop before I turn on your mic. But yeah, so we were cleaning out all of Ivan's mess out of the room, which is really rather impressive amounts of it. I'm kind of feeling like going back and KonMariing a bunch of this stuff because I don't think he even knows he has most of it.
You're going to decide whether or not things bring someone else joy. That should be fun.
Well, given that there was like random bags of stuff that I can tell haven't been touched in a long time, I'm pretty sure they don't do much. But yeah, if y'all are live, those of you that are up here, turn on your cameras or I'm going to bop you off the live stream. You'll be able to hear us, but you won't be
Come hang
able
out.
to hang out with us. Yeah.
Come hang
So-
out.
Come hang out and talk with us. You want to play?
Yeah.
So I'm helping
But
my
it looks like a
friend
bunch of
tomorrow.
blank people live. Yeah.
I'm moving so I can talk.
Oh, well, that's no excuse.
Well, I have exciting news.
Oh,
My niece, who was due on October 14th, had her baby today.
Oh,
Congratulations.
I know. My let's see, my third great niece.
oh, that's cool.
nice.
It was. I got the text and went, What? No, this can't be. It's too early. It's too early. And then I said, oh, well, it is October. So she was due in October. So maybe this isn't so bad.
Mhm.
2 weeks early.
2 weeks early would be really kind of nice. You don't have to go through that last 2 just incredibly painful, awful weeks of being pregnant. I could get down with that. My second and third were born just a little bit. They were induced like a week
Ooh.
early.
Yeah, she was at the doctor yesterday, I guess, 2 centimeters, and then started having contractions at Target that evening. And then, I don't know, in the middle of the night, it's like, dear, I think it's time to go in. And there we go, 5 pounds, 6 ounces, almost 19 inches long.
Oh.
The baby quilt's not done yet.
That's okay. As long as the baby quilt is done by the time the baby's 18, you'll be good.
I think
time.
I will get that done. So yeah, that was an exciting end to a rather exhausting week.
That's good.
Yeah, it was. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be hanging out tomorrow at a fall craft fair. My friend has a booth, so I'll be joining her.
Mm-hmm.
It's always good to have someone to relieve you in case you need to scoot for food or other reasons when you're at
Amen.
these events.
Totally.
So she's got her daughter lined up for Sunday. I don't know who was there tonight with her, but it was short tonight. It's short Sunday. Tomorrow's a long day, and I'm going to visit for most of it.
That's awesome.
When I get bored, I will probably wander around with my phone and do a live video while I'm there.
I'm excited. We are actually driving to Charlotte tomorrow to pick up my car finally.
Yes.
Those of
Uh,
you that don't
a
know,
new car?
yeah, well, yeah, the new old car. The
Oh no.
So in June I bought a car, which was certified pre-owned because there's not a lot of new ones out there, and apparently the vehicle had been in a wreck prior to my buying it. So there's been some electrical issues. The dealership I bought it from has replaced the battery wiring harness and a bunch of controllers and a bunch of stuff. They're pretty sure that it's working according to spec at this point. So we'll see. I'm going to go pick it up tomorrow. I have been without a car with air conditioning since August 15th or so. So yeah, I've been driving around my 08 Sequoia, which is a fabulous vehicle. Don't be jealous, y'all. It's got 265,000 miles on it. It has scratches on all 4 sides. The front bumper and the back bumper mostly are hanging on. We had random bits of plastic in the wheel well that we cut off because they were annoying us because they were like flapping and hitting the wheels. I've got no air conditioning. We have heat on the driver's side, but not on the passenger side. Yeah, and it's been like 90 degrees, so it's been awesome.
We
How
broke down
far-
this year.
Don't be jealous.
How far are you from Charlotte?
2.5 hours.
Oofta.
So we're going to
Wow.
pack the dog in the car tomorrow and go down to Charlotte to go pick up the car, which does have air conditioning. And my husband will drive the car, which does not have air conditioning, home with the dog in it. And I will follow at a more leisurely pace and pass by IKEA on my way home.
No.
Oh,
Not pass
Oh.
by. You're stopping in, right?
You're
stopping
stopping
in?
in.
Stopping
Are
in.
you going in?
I'm making a pilgrimage. I am
So
making
where-
a pilgrimage.
Where is your exchange student coming from?
She's German, and she's here.
Or- Okay. She's
So
here.
we found out
So-
earlier this week that we were potentially getting an exchange student. So they got all the paperwork slammed through, and she's here. She's been here. We're a replacement host family for her.
I was gonna say, what? How would that? Just seems like way too fast to go. Oh yeah, it's Monday. You've applied, and now Tuesday you have one. What the hell?
That is pretty much about what happened. So
Right.
we've had not foreign exchange students, but we've had au pairs for many, 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 many years with our kids. So the concept of foreign exchange students isn't like foreign to us. I've been thinking about it. I won't say we, I would say I, because my husband was definitely not. I was thinking about it, and it wasn't convenient this year, and we couldn't get one from the area that we are in, because it's the school district was full, and we couldn't get a student because our school is full, and they weren't taking any more foreign exchange students. So it's all good. We got they notified 6 weeks into the school year that, hey, we've got a student for you. I'm like, okay.
Oh, that
But we
reminds
didn't
me,
want
tomorrow night
somebody
I'm
to be
having a
coming in. The challenge earlier in the conversation was that their arrival date would have been in the middle of the driving week from hell, if y'all recall that from August.
Sounds like this worked out okay.
I think so. So we're cleaning all of Ivan's stuff out of the room and getting all of his clothes out and getting all the stuff out. All the mess, all the trash. All the
Oh
things.
joy.
Mm-hmm. I found
So is she a senior? Is she a senior or junior or?
a junior.
Got it.
So she's halfway in between my boys,
Very cool.
which will make a decidedly crazy Thanksgiving and Christmas.
So she was already in the school district and in the school but with somebody else, and now she's just switching homes?
Yep.
Okay. It just didn't work out with the other situation?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. There we go.
Yep.
Knowing your household? Life could be fun. Dogs, rabbits, turtles, cats. What's not to love?
Yep. It's totally sane. There's no crazy people here.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I'm glad that worked out.
Yeah.
So I've got an event tomorrow evening too.
Oof.
Well, I'm hosting a book launch. It's just an hour for my cousin's book that I helped her with.
Mm-hmm.
And she wants to do an online party. So I'm going to help her out with that. It
Mhm.
should be
I
fun.
signed up for that.
Yay.
Yay. I'll give
We're
you
gonna do a
support.
bit of that's good. Yeah, that's good. A little nervous because, I don't know how much my mom and dad know about Zoom. So it could be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I created a big, long instructional post tonight that goes out an hour before the event tomorrow. So as long as she doesn't go in there and delete it on me, we'll be all set, I hope.
Mm.
It was
No, it's
exciting
fair.
to see. She's got 4 sales in paperbacks this week. So that's really good for her because this is the second month and it cleared it and she started again. So she's doing well.
Very cool. I'm happy for her. For both of you. You worked hard on that.
Yeah, I'm just cheering her on.
Nice.
Mhm. Yeah.
My speaker beeped. Did you all hear that or just me?
No, I didn't hear it.
Just you.
That's good.
Yep. Boop. Hey, Jess. We keep booping people on. I didn't hear it.
Just you.
We're playing. If y'all are here, make sure you mute the desktop. Make sure you mute your desktop, or you're going to hear things in duplicate, and you're going to hear feedback. So,
Just in case.
yep, it's all good.
So I'm into the fall clothing line
Oh,
You're a little further north than I am.
a little bit. Yeah,
How's the weather where you are?
it is 10 degrees Celsius in evenings, so I'm missing the 20 to 25 range. That's where I'd like it to be ideally, but
Mm-hmm.
it is chilly. It was nice today outside, and I was comfortable most of the day in my long sleeve shirt, but now I need the hoodie. And
Mm-hmm.
at nighttime, see, it's the tricky time of year here because the second we take the air conditioners out of the window, we're going to get a heat wave. It's that
Of course.
time of year, and it's going to be,
Well-
3 to 7 days of sweltering heat. So it's hard to plan around that.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Well-
leave the AC in all year. You'll be fine. It's just going to rotate back and forth. Sounds like Minnesota.
well,
All year.
Tish, Mike took them out last week because he got cold. Okay. Today in New Jersey, the tri state area, okay, it's cold. We're going down to 30 degrees here.
Ooh,
So-
that's pretty chilly this time of year.
It's very chilly, but 2 days ago it was a heat wave. And
Yeah.
I'd rather take that than rain right now. So that's where I'm at.
There you go. I won't send the rain your way then. We had the heat, we had the cold, then we had the heat wave. To Tisha's point, it gets cold, and then it's like, I think I need my electric mattress pad on. It's really cold right now. And now we have the rain, and yeah, we got a little bit of everything. But we had some
Yeah,
deck
it's a
night. It
hard
was
time
pretty
here.
nice on the deck.
A couple weeks ago, I was at a live event outside and inside. It was in basically the structure was like a place to hold events, but that's all it is. It had
Mhm.
like 3 solid walls and maybe some doors, and there was a porta potty on site and a field with vendors outside and inside of this structure. And it was a really nice day, which was good because again, it's that time of year where what do you wear when you have to go somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
Layers are always advisable, but so that was the day I wore the dress with the colors, and it turned out to be a great day for it. I checked the weather first, and tomorrow it's an indoor event, but it's in what is normally like an arena, so it's
Oh.
not going to be warm. So again, I have to figure out what to wear.
Wear a dress.
I'm thinking about the green romper with the poncho I made, like the sunflower inspired outfit I wore during the summit. I'm thinking
Oh.
that's what I'll wear tomorrow,
Mm.
so that I have the poncho if I'm cold and I don't need it if I'm warm. 'Cause I don't know.
Yep, layer season's here for you. It was
Yeah, you'll see me in a scarf do sometimes.
almost 80 degrees here today, so almost 30.
Well, let me tell you, I went to Haley's
It's 8
live
now.
event a couple years back, and she's like, "Oh, it'll be cool. It'll be this. It will be that." So I packed sweaters, jeans, heavy things. Let me tell you, my body ended up sweating in places I had no idea my body could sweat.
Sounds like
What
was-
it is, you didn't know you had places?
Yeah, and this, okay. Mind you, it was to me like 120 degrees, for all 3 days. I'm used to all seasons. She had it at a beautiful vineyard. It was outdoors, and it was hot, 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 hot. Remember, Haley?
What
How hot it was?
I don't remember what you're talking about.
What-
I mean, it
what
was
time
lovely
what time
weather.
what time of year was it?
What was it? The end of September, October?
End of September.
Yeah.
Yeah, which could go either way, which is exactly what's been happening here in Minnesota, where
Mhm.
basically I've learned, Irene, when you're going someplace and you think you got the weather figured out, you check the weather literally the day before you're packing and go, oh, the weatherman changed the report again, and now it's going to be stinking hotter than Haiti, or I'm going to freeze my butt off.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know. Look, I had a great time. I had a wonderful time. That was a lot of work, and she had a lot of vendors and a lot of speakers, and it, you know, the only one who couldn't handle the heat was, the girl from New Jersey. It was like, yeah, no.
I was going to say, wait a minute, New Jersey? I think you get a little hot up there, but it was at a vineyard, so hey, it's got to be good.
Or yeah, it was like, no. Oh, the wine was great because Haley bought everybody a glass of wine at that event.
Oh,
Literally.
man, what a sweet deal. I need more of those kind of events.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
advertising the vineyards in Nova Scotia on the radio, and I'm like,
Mm.
Well, if I get my way, y'all, there might be an event next year.
Yes, I'm praying.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Well,
I'm
let's make
hitting my
sure.
local vineyard tomorrow.
I am at a new coffee shop opened up. So Mike and I are gonna take the dogs and hit the new local. It's not local. It's in Morristown. It's like 7-8 miles away from here. Nothing's local to where I
Ah.
live.
I was
So-
going to say, that's local.
That's local. That's local for us.
Yeah.
So they're supposed to have one of the best. They were written up. This young group of people traveled all over the world and picking up different coffees, and they brought it to this local coffee shop. So I can't wait to try it, since I am a coffee fanatic, a coffee lover, to be
Nice.
exact. So I'm looking forward to it while we drop off all our kids. They're going to a new place that also opened up in Morristown. And I'm not going to pronounce it correctly, so everybody forgive me. But it's a tequila tasting. So it's
Ooh.
reservations only, and it's tequila from all over the world, as well as dinner. So it's their launch weekend, and it was reservations. And when they opened up the launch, they were completely sold out for the weekend. So they're going at 9:00, and everyone's sleeping at my house tomorrow night. So everybody
That
will
could
have.
be.
Everybody's going to have their own
Intriguing.
bucket. I'll pick them up, but they're all going to have their own bucket. I am not touching that. I got too much
Okay,
work.
that's funny.
Yep.
yeah.
Mhm.
So it'll be interesting if they have. So we went to a tequila factory in Mexico a number of years ago, and they actually had flavored tequila.
Ooh.
Yeah, coffee flavored, amaretto flavored. Have to admit, it's some pretty good stuff. Goes
Oh my
down pretty smooth.
Yeah,
I
I
believe
visited
it.
my coffee guy today, and I got a whiskey barrel aged roast,
How was
and
it?
I
Did
turned
you
it
try
into a
it
red
yet?
eye. Oh yeah, it was good. I just
Whiskey
got a
barrel. Yeah,
aged.
bourbon barrel red wine is good. So do that with coffee. That sounds like a deal.
Yeah, that's what he does. He
Yum.
Does he make it
what he
himself?
does. Yeah.
Oh,
Freddie Bean
wow.
Roasters. He does it himself. So, and he does it on site where I went to see him today, which is really cool. They moved all the locations. So basically, from I think it's 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday to Friday, you can go in and get a cup of coffee, just like you would at a normal cafe, but it's in a market. The rest of the market is not open during the week, and then on Friday evenings and Saturdays, right now the market's open, so you can visit there
Huh.
too. And
Huh.
what they're planning. Hope I'm not spilling too many coffee beans here, but they are thinking about planning tours for
No pun intended there, right?
for when they're actually roasting, so you can go in and watch the process of the roasting of the beans for the bag you take home. So that's something I'm playing
Ooh.
with. That's going to come to fruition or not, but it sounds kind of cool.
That's fun.
Well, you better film that for me because that will make my day. I get excited over coffee. Well, that's not
Totally.
true. I'm a coffee snob, and Haley will be the first to tell you I am a coffee snob. So I
Okay,
like,
so Irene, when you
Yes.
say you're a coffee snob, does this mean you're a purist and it's got to be the best, like wonderful black coffee, or are you a snob like me that likes my fancy latte flavored coffee?
you're more adventurous than I am.
Okay.
That's not my dog. That's not my dog. That's not my dog. Because mine howls. So
I think that was JoJo, by the way. Haley was just reacting because it's not May. May's like, what was that?
Charlie's
I
in the other
blame-
room.
no, I like it real dark, and that's it. I like it black. Don't even
I
touch
had a feeling. I had a
Don't-
feeling that might be your style, Irene.
I'll, every once in a while I'll have like a little lemon or orange or cinnamon to it. That's the excitement, unless we're adding booze, and it's not that
Yeah.
time of season. It's not that time of year for me. So, I
What?
like my
What? There's a season for adding booze to coffee? What?
yep.
It's weekend
Yep.
coffee. Weekend coffee. You have weekends all year round.
Yep. It's just like lemonade or iced tea in the afternoon. It's
Now
usually
that
accompanied
brings
by
up
some good
something really
drink.
interesting. In Toastmasters this week, we talked about coffee flavored ice cream. And that reminded me of
Oh,
some
numbers.
wild things I've tried here in my city. I've had a coffee milkshake done at Freddie Bean Roasters, and that was fantastic. But there's another place that grinds their beans here, and they roast their beans and everything. It's Milltown Roasters, and they're part of a restaurant at the top of the hill, and they have their cafe downtown as well. They have something called a rise and grind, which
Ooh.
I enjoyed once I wrapped my brain around it a little bit. It is orange juice, fresh squeezed orange juice with a shot of espresso in it. And
Ooh, I'm not sure
Maybe-
about that orange juice in my coffee.
it was a lot
No,
better than the lemonade
it's
with
co-
a shot of espresso.
orange
That
juice
was
with
not something I'll ever do again.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to try
There's
things.
there's a guy that goes to the Friday market here at the Tailgate Market, and he goes to a couple of the other markets. He's got a food truck, and he does fancy coffees, and he does like a basil blueberry espresso that he had over the summer. That 3:30, 4 o'clock in the middle of summer, walking around the farmers market, it is perfection.
That sounds good.
That
Then
sounds
he's
good.
got a apple maple something one he's doing for the fall. I meant to get one this afternoon. I totally forgot until we were just sitting here talking about it. That sounded really good.
I'm not a big maple person. I like, maple syrup on my pancakes but in my coffee, I don't know. I mean, I cook with it every once in a while, but I don't know if I would
it-
like it in my coffee.
It's a replacement for the sugar, right? So no sugar, no additional sweetener, but actual real pure maple syrup from the local trees kind of things.
Well, I like my coffee black, nothing in it.
Me too, but I like a strong coffee. I don't want it to be acidic. I can handle a little bit of
Right.
bitter, but not too much. I don't want the acidity at all in my cup of coffee, but I drink it black too. I had
Well,
to give up
Dunkin'
sugar
Donuts
as much as I can.
gives me heartburn
Oh,
every once in a while.
No. Oh, no, not Dunkin' Donuts. Okay, so the acidic factor, I found I used to love like the flavor of coffee, like in ice cream. I love the smell of it, but drinking coffee, no way. Until I went to Hawaii and discovered
Yes.
Kona coffee. Oh my gosh.
That's in my freezer downstairs.
Yeah, I used to have it shipped. I have a place in Hawaii that I can order online and have it shipped to me because it's low acidic And I can drink that sucker with just a tad bit of sugar, and that is it. It's
Yeah.
good coffee.
It
The
is.
way I got into the super sweet coffees that I drink now was I was living in the Keys, and they had the Cuban con leches are super, super popular down there. And that's basically an unfrothed latte. So the milk
Ooh.
is steamed and sweetened, condensed, steamed milk with your super strong Cuban espresso shot.
Okay, I
It
think I could
is-
do that.
Well, I can,
Yes, right. 'Cause
but I
you-
that yeah. But
That's
then
where I
after
started
that,
getting.
I needed a chaser with a black coffee.
So Irene,
Yeah, I mean,
do you
but
drink?
it's like a coffee hot chocolate hybrid, but it's coffee because it's Cuban coffee. But that's when I started drinking really strong but sweet and creamy coffees.
Oh,
I can hear you. Yeah. So Irene, do you drink no flavored black coffee, or do you drink flavored coffee? That's
I drink black, no flavor coffee. I
you're
grind
a
my coffee.
purist.
I grind my coffee. Don't buy it grind for me because
Yep.
it misses those oils, those really.
Yep.
So I grind my coffee every day, and if I want to make a fresh pot of cinnamon in it, I'll add cinnamon, and I'll make my own. Um, if you want it sweetened, you can go in my fridge and get sweetened sugared water and add that to it. You can add any flavor to it, but I don't like real sweet things. I mean, I have a sweet
Right.
tooth. I love to bake, but I think that's the European in me where your cake really should be more like a bread and in between a bread and cake. So, I like, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'll be the first to tell you I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 pieces of chocolate next to me.
Well,
Chocolate
thinking
goes
about
really good with coffee.
And
does.
yeah, I have milk chocolate, but a lot of it is dark chocolate. Oh, and then there's a granola bar. So this is what I kind of eat throughout the day. But
It's about
I numb it, as some people will say, and I need my coffee to just swallow it. So I love coffee. I like it with Kahlua,
Oh.
and but I like it
Amaretto.
right with a cinnamon stick in it, or a peppermint stick in it. So for me, like real peppermint stick, that's holiday for me. So this is the season because I just love October. Just October. I love the fall.
So do I. Favorite
I-
time of year.
Mine too. I just love it. I love the color. I get, it's a mysterious season and the sky looks beautiful and it's very mysterious. And I love waking up and smelling, um, just some people will say, well, that's mold you're smelling. No, you're
What?
smelling the forest.
What? How'd it go? I've never heard somebody say that's mold in October. What the heck?
Because we have wild mushrooms in my backyard growing, and you have a ton of leaves, and I'm the only house that won't blow the leaves, due to the fact that it's a natural, organic. It's great for your forest. It's
Right.
nourishing it.
Right.
So
Oh, fun.
I just love this time of year. It's a good time of year.
So
Yep,
Freddie Bean
yep.
Roasters, they've got me turned into a coffee snob too, because
Yes,
I would
lately
go
you
there.
have.
and I would get just the ground up for the Keurig, and then he said, no, don't put in the Keurig. So I got a French press, and then wouldn't you know, he sold me a bag of just beans, so I had to get a grinder. So now I'm grinding my own coffee beans too. But when I was in there today, I was looking at the variety, and there is I don't know if they have any right now, but they have done a batch with moonshine. They have done a batch with rum. They've done 2 batches with rum, I think, 2 different kinds of rum, and they have their whiskey barrel. So they're, expanding and coming up with ideas, and then I show up and say, what about this? Because that's what I do. But
That's what you do, Tish. That's
so
what you
in the
do.
back of my mind, there's stuff coming up that, it may or may not happen. But I looked at the selection today and I said, Muddy Waters.
What is
Have
that?
I tried that before? What is that? He
Yeah.
laughed. He says, it's decaf.
Decaf. What's the point of drinking coffee if it's
Never
decaf?
mind.
I
Yeah.
don't touch decaf. So when somebody
But
says to me, "Oh,
yeah.
well, it's decaf," it's like I look at them. It's like, "Oh no, that's okay. I rather have the real thing." So when some, yeah, I was never on the decaf when it
Yeah.
was real big and popular. It was like, it takes chemicals to make it decaffeinated.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. And what's the point then?
Yep.
I got some more love.
I mean, I like the
Love-
flavor of it. I like drinking it, but it's like, no, what's the point? And so for cinnamon, I've got essential oils that I put a drop of cinnamon in, and it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of nice. Peppermint's a little bit, it's hard to get like a half a drop because it's pretty potent with just one drop,
Yeah,
unless
it
I
is.
have a
I've never put
a
essential
super big
oils.
mug.
I've never put essential oils, and I should try that one day and let you know.
If
Yep.
you don't like really acidic coffee, instead of getting a darker roast, get a lighter roast. The lighter roast actually still has more caffeine in it than the darker roast does because the caffeine actually gets burned out. And it's
It
the
doesn't do
burnt
it for me.
ash that causes the acidicness in darker coffees. So your lighter and your blonder roast are actually stronger.
Yeah. Don't do it for me. I need that kick in the taste. I just don't want to feel it bubbling in my
Yeah,
tummy.
but like I had before I had my weight loss surgery, I had all kinds of digestive issues, and even now I have to be really careful about different foods and different drinks and what's in them. I can't have just any rum. I have to have very specific rum because different additives they use this brand.
She's going to tell you she just has the rum sitting right there.
No, I don't actually. I'm actually out of rum. It was just Tish talking about the rum in the coffee. But like
Yeah.
wines, I have to be careful about what brand of wines I drink because of the different tannins and acidities and the like all of those things that go in. So I started learning about coffees because I love coffee, but the super acidic dark coffees really upset things
Yeah.
in the
Oh,
morning.
I don't have a problem with that. I'm surprised.
It's one of those
Look,
things. And
my mother
then-
will tell you, I make coffee, you can grow hair on your chest.
Gonna have to come over sometime.
And believe me, I have not one hair on my chest. So Irene's making coffee. Hold on to your seat like Michael drives, right?
Well, I think it would be fun to try, to go have coffee at everybody's house. That might be fun. Or meet up
Or we
somewhere
could
someday.
all bring our
The
cup of
coffee
coffee
tour?
and bring it to Haley's house and say, Haley, we're all here. We're all here. Who wants to meet Haley? Everybody raise your hand. Say I.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw. Okay. See?
If you weren't at the
told
summit,
you.
that
when
was
are
our
y'all
keyword.
road tripping to come meet me then? Huh?
Well, somebody clicked on that. You know that.
We'll have to
You
plan
do
it.
have
I
a
did.
lot of people on that, Haley.
I do. So when do y'all want to come and see me?
So we have to do that again. How about
Mm.
if the way we're trying to with COVID and everything, let's see if we can get a weekend, come meet Haley, have a book signing, make it all one big thing at once.
Like an
And
official business trip?
yeah. And
Oh,
meet
yeah.
Haley, have breakfast with Haley, and have, a
Y'all
picture
make it
taken
sound
with
like I'm
Haley.
some kind of like crazy celebrity. Have
Yeah.
breakfast with Haley.
Have
Have
break-
Haley sign her book for you.
Yeah. And what's wrong with that?
I
What's wrong
don't
with
know
that?
that there's anything wrong
That's
with
so-
that. I just don't see myself
just-
that way.
I know you don't, but we all love you, and you don't have to. And you're being yourself, and that's it. Just let's have a good time. Meet Haley. While you're waiting in line, throw her questions and she'll answer that. Go around the table, introduce yourself, and network with Haley that day. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's a beautiful thing.
No,
Hi,
Oh, look,
Charlie.
Haley's back.
Haley's here.
Wendy's
Yeah.
back.
I'm back. Sorry. I had plenty of wine on deck night with my neighbor and then come home on a whole glass of tea and sorry, we needed a break.
I understand. I'm taking care of the tiramisu I got for takeout with my dinner earlier.
Ooh.
I've
And now
got a
Charlie
small
came to
can of
visit me.
milk in the fridge.
I make a mean tiramisu. If you like tiramisu, I can ship it to you
see.
within. Yeah, you'll get it. You too? Okay. Mm-hmm.
Is it easy to make? I've never
It really
seen a
is.
recipe. Ooh, so maybe send me your recipe, Irene?
Okay.
Tiramisu is pretty easy to make. It's just ladyfingers, coffee,
Oh.
mascarpone
Hmm.
cheese.
That
It's really
sounds like
not-
complicated stuff from where I live. I have to see if my store has that stuff.
Amazon might have all of those ingredients.
I might need to have it shipped from Amazon.
They might have a cake.
I
You
was
might
just gonna
just have the tiramisu sent to you.
I know, but
I know Costco's has one.
Gold
Yeah, but I don't-
will ship you Godzilla from wherever, all kinds of places.
who will ship me Godzilla?
Amazon.
Goldbelly. It's a website where you can order like all kinds of crazy pastries and stuff and food from all these famous different restaurants.
Oh, interesting.
It's
That sounds.
expensive because of the shipping, but
Well, that's
if
why-
you're
that's why I was-
craving a particular pie or a particular tiramisu or something, or barbecue from Texas in Minnesota in the dead of winter, you can have it.
Well, that's why I
Oh
was
my
thinking it would be easier to make it than have Irene ship it to me because I am a pretty decent baker, and so right, Charlie, I do good. Yeah, Charlie says I do good.
I found tiramisu to be a little bit temperamental.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Of the
Well,
things I make, tiramisu for me has been one of those kind of hit or miss. It's taken a while to learn. Like cinnamon rolls took me probably 20 or 30 attempts before I got decent at them.
really,
Uh-huh.
huh?
Not the
Last year,
photos
I
I
don't
seen
know.
last year.
I don't know who remembers, but last year, my husband walked up to me and said, "I'm going to make an apple pie." Neither one of us has made a pie before.
And how did
What
this
the
go?
He didn't understand that you should probably chill the dough before you roll it out.
Oh boy.
And he said, "That doesn't make sense. I don't know why you'd have to do that." And I'm like, "Science?" And
Follow the recipe.
so it was an okay pie, but it wasn't the best pie I've ever eaten. And we've only tried it the once. He had the lead on the project. So I don't know if we're going to try that again this year or not. But it's interesting.
Apple pie
Just
is a lot of
I-
work for the amount of food you get.
Yeah.
Most pies to me are just one of those things that, and my husband loves to bake pies, but golly gee willikers, many of the pies that have like, the filling and the topping and the innards that you have to cook, and apple pie in particular is just one of those that is just a god awful amount of work. Pumpkin pie isn't too bad because most of the time you start with canned pumpkin, and if you're making your pie from your crust from scratch, it's no big deal. But if you're using a refrigerated crust, it's pretty fast. It's like 10 minutes, plop, plop, stir, stir, throw it in the oven, done.
Yeah.
But apple pies are just, because of the lattice work and all that stuff, they're just crazy.
Yeah,
I'm-
I agree. I can just go over to my neighbor and say, "Jim, would you make me an apple pie? Because you make them really good." And Kevin, I'm lucky my husband's like, "I'm really happy with a Schwann's chocolate cream pie or a pumpkin pie." And I'm like, "Okay, then I am not going to take the time doing my baking skills to make you a pie if you're just as happy with something out of the freezer."
Mhm.
No,
Like what?
apple pie and turnovers are big here, but I make a Jewish apple cake. So,
Ooh.
so for me, that's I can't even give you the recipe. I'll have to write it down. That's one of those. My mother's been making it for years.
You
So,
pour this in here up to just so, and then you do such and such, and you
yep,
eyeball that just right. Yeah.
hey, that's how I learned how to make pierogies for Michael's mother. It was like, what did she just do? How did she know how much this was? Um, when I make
Yeah.
babka, I drive a lot of people crazy because I don't measure it because after how many times you make babka, and that's where it is. Oh, babka
Yeah.
sounds. I'm not making babka. I have no yeast. I'm not making babka.
Almost talked herself into that one, and then she talked herself back out of it.
Without me, maybe not.
Oh, trying to get into the grocery store in my town because they closed King's down. So now we just have ShopRite in the center of town. And mind you, my center isn't that big. Takes you 5 minutes to go from point A to point Z, and you're out of Bernardsville. It's like 5 minute drive. Okay.
Per-
And it was like I sent Alex to go get something. It should have taken her 1, 2, 3. She should have been back here 45 minutes later. So I didn't believe her. And then I ended up going in, which I hate going in. Okay. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. It's like ridiculous.
They did like have nothing that you need.
It had nothing I needed. They were trying to stock shelving. It was like, first, trying to get a parking spot without killing someone in New Jersey is like, yeah, hello. Bump into their cart. You better run because you're definitely going to get somebody who has nothing nice to say. Down by Haley, you bump into somebody. It's like, who can say thank you the best? It's like you're in the Twilight Zone. So,
I've been in New Jersey.
yeah, we can be nice, and some of us can be very rude. But,
So I haven't heard yet if anybody's debunked the Jennifer Aniston rumor that one of the locals here started. I shared it with somebody this week. And funny enough, this morning, my husband wakes me up. He was all excited. He made me stop my Google News in the morning to tell me that the news station that he listens to announced that she was moving to Inverness again today. So I don't know when she's going to debunk it or if it's even on her radar, but it's hilarious. So I'll be keeping an ear out to see. And I mean, they're really funny. The town heroes, they have in-your-face marketing, and it's hilarious.
oh wow,
And one of the guys with his wife went on today. They went live. They were going to feed themselves for the winter with the garden, with everything that came out of it. And there's like 2 cucumbers that big. And they're going to have the neighbors over for a salad. And then there's these big long stems with little yellow flowers on the top, and they were talking about how wonderful the broccoli looked. It was hilarious. And they kept talking about the broccoli, and I'm like, that's not broccoli. But it was all, that's what they do. They go live and they goof around. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with next. I get a kick out of them. If you guys think I'm funny, I really get a kick out of them.
There we go. Ladies, this has been a riot, but I'm going to turn into a pumpkin. So
I think it's.
oh,
a
and congratulations, Wendy. Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations.
The
YouTube?
great niece. Baby.
Oh, thank you.
Baby.
The baby.
The baby.
I'm
the
all
baby,
worried
the
about my
baby.
YouTube. Thank you. Thank
YouTube,
you.
is there an update?
I'm at 50%. I'm more than 2,000 subscribers or 500 subscribers and 2,000 view hours.
Congratulations.
So
That is
I hit
awesome.
my-
Amazing.
I was on a call with Lauren Powers yesterday afternoon, and we were talking about it in numbers. And I said, dang it, this morning I was so frustrated. I was sure I was going to be over 2,000 because I was at 1996 the night before. And I'm like, we'll be at 2,000 tomorrow because they'll refresh the numbers. And in the morning, I was only 1997. And I'm like, seriously? And so then I just happened to pull it up and I went, oh my God, I'm at 2,003 hours.
That's amazing.
It's the little things in life, right?
That's true.
Well, it's a goal, and
is.
you're halfway there.
That's pretty
I am.
awesome. That is really cool.
So-
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yep. So I let my nephew know who's supporting me, and I said, "You will understand what I'm talking about."
Yeah. That is so
Yeah.
awesome.
Thank you,
guys.
ladies. Enjoy the rest of
Alright.
your evening, and I
Yep.
will see you the next time I see you.
Yep. And I think we are going to call it a good night tonight and wish everybody a good night. And I hope that y'all have an awesome evening. And
You too, Haley. Enjoy your weekend. I will
Yes,
thank
speak to
you.
you
You too.
Monday. Okay. Tish, I will probably be speaking
Oh.
to you over the weekend.
Your
As
hair
well.
looks fabulous too, by the way, Haley.
Yes.
Oh, thanks. I'm working on starting to see if I can grow my hair out. So we'll see what I got.
Yeah.
So
that's
she
great.
was shaping it today. So she blow dried it. And after an hour and a half of running up and down the stairs, it's a little,
It's
funky, but-
curling. It's curling.
of course
Well,
it's going to curl.
you got that beautiful curl.
Oh, thank
I've
you.
got
You do
I've got
too.
God only knows what.
curly.
Yep.
I'm happy. All right.
So we're going to wish everybody a good night. I'm going to go ahead and hit the end broadcast button. But thank you guys for joining us.
Okay. Cheers.
Thanks. It was fun.